What's happening, sports fans? We welcome you back to another episode of San Diego Prep Insider. We got another great top recruit to talk to. I know we are a show that has a weird relationship with the Bishop School. I personally, as a La Jolla alum, kind of am supposed to, on principle, hate them. But my wife coaches there. My brother-in-law is the football coach. Like, it's gotten very tangled mess at this point. So I guess we like to shout out and celebrate all the great student athletes at Bishops and let their play and their commitment and their decisions above all the others to stand out for them. Erin Ellsworth joins us. She's a senior right now at Bishops for the soccer team. She's also committed to a school that sounds so nice to be at right now based on how cold it is in San Diego. And that is UC Santa Barbara. Congratulations on that. Let's talk about that. Let's start there. Most of these interviews, I start off with saying, hey, so tell me what went into that decision. I think with Santa Barbara, it's usually pretty simple that it's right next to the ocean and it's great school and it's great sports and all of that. And it's kind of a perfect dream school for everybody. But what ended up making that decision? Was Santa Barbara always the top one for you? Did you have to, go through a whole process? Tell us how you arrived at this decision.
Yeah, I mean, Santa Barbara was kind of always on my mind. I actually met the coach when I was 13, so I think that was like 8th grade. I went up for an ID camp at the campus, and I just immediately fell in love with the campus, loved the coach. And then June 15th rolled around, and so other schools reached out, including my coach at Santa Barbara, and he was super supportive and just, he said right off the bat, like, I want you to explore all your options, and then I want you to come back if you decide that Santa Barbara is where you really, really want to go to school. And so ultimately, like, I kind of looked around, but Santa Barbara was really always there for me.
So was it like straight from 8th grade, just the second that you kind of stepped on campus, there was like the sun parted, a trumpets were playing, a light shone down, and you're like, you knew for sure? Or did you have to go actually, like you said, visit some of those other schools to rule them out?
I did go visit some other schools. I think in the beginning, my mind was very set on Santa Barbara, and then I kind of broadened my horizons a little bit and looked other places. But I mean, you can't get better than a school right on the beach. And so that's ultimately what I ended up deciding.
Well, I was going to ask you, which one is further away from the beach, Bishops or the UC Santa Barbara campus? Because it's like you are one of those people that literally the ocean will be in eyesight for you from 6th grade on, it sounds like.
Yep. Yeah. Bishops is about like a 5-10 minute walk, and then Santa Barbara is just literally right on the beach.
So Santa Barbara beats Bishops by what, maybe like a half mile type closer to the beach. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
The struggle is real. So for you, it seems like this is maybe something that has been kind of decided for a while. You just kind of, you had to get all the steps done, but still getting to that signing day, was there a weight off your shoulders? Does it finally feel real now? Or is this something that you're just kind of like, UC Santa Barbara has been part of your life for so long that you're like, hey, I just can't wait to get there. I've been a Gaucho in spirit for forever.
Yeah, I mean, I think signing day, definitely, it did lift the weight off my shoulder. I think, going to all those showcases and ID camps and everything, I always was super nervous going to those. And so I think just signing and like having it on paper and knowing that like this is actually where I'm going, it definitely felt real after that.
Bishops, for you guys, you had what, like 18 or 20 kids or something like that at the signing day celebration?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like for you guys as a senior class, this is kind of an insane group of athletes. So, I mean, even though it's not all soccer players, can you take us inside the Bishops bubble a little bit and just, I think a lot of people don't understand when you've only got a student body of a certain size, like to produce that many quality athletes, it has to be a pretty competitive atmosphere inside.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's definitely competitive academically and athletically. But I think, at the end of the day, we're all super proud of each other. And I think it's just amazing that we have so many athletes in such a small class. And it's definitely a lot more than in the past too, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say a little bit of a flex for you guys. You can be like, oh yeah, your class had Buckner or your class had whoever. We've got everybody. We deal in bulk. Let's talk about your senior season. The soccer win-loss records mean next to nothing to me in terms of like, with like a football team, you can be at some point, if you're 0-5, like you're probably not a good football team. I don't know what 1, 3, and 2 means for a soccer team. That's what you guys are at the time of us recording this. So, you can explain it better to me and maybe to all of the soccer fans out there. Where are you guys at this season? How do you like your team out the gate? What do you still need to improve on? Just give us a little bit about the Knights this year.
We're a very young team this year. So I think there's like 13 freshmen or something like that. And so I think right now it's just about getting games in and bringing those younger players in and helping them grow their confidence on the field and just finding where everyone fits. So we've changed formations a couple times, and so I think once league gets going, we'll be ready to go.
So you are the senior statesman leaving a legacy behind in terms of how well you get these 13 on varsity.
Well, across varsity and JV, but we all practice together. So yeah.
You know what I should say? I know that vibe at Bishops.
Yeah.
13 freshmen, you are going to leave a potentially long impasting multiple CIF championship legacy. So any championships won in the next 3 years, make sure they include you as credit on that. Are there any of the freshmen that you want to give? And this is a loaded question, so if she leaves somebody out, I apologize. I'm hitting her with this on the fly, but are there any names that people need to know out of some of those younger classmen that are maybe poised to have a breakout year still? Like you said, once you get into league and get everything figured out.
Yeah, Lainey Jeffrey, Grace Steinmeier. I think a lot of our backline in our midfield is really like freshmen, sophomores. Lainey Beamer too. She's the younger sister of Abby Beamer, so she was a senior last year that just graduated. So they're all coming up, and I think the team is looking good for the future.
So for you guys on the rest of the schedule, I mean, a little bit of everything. You got Cathedral at the big size of the schools. You got Classical at the small side. You got Country Day in La Jolla. So everyone that's close to you. But I'm curious for you guys, you know, as a program, is there a rival? Is there a game that you're kind of like, okay, you're already not, who are you out for blood still on this schedule for the rest of this year?
Francis Parker, 100%. They've always been a rival. There was internet beef a couple years ago on Instagram. So we're really
never good when the internet beef
spills
over into real life. So you guys got 2 games at Parker, 1 home, 1 away. You're closing out your season at home against Parker. Is that senior night
yes.
type vibes? Okay, perfect. So I will definitely assume that is the game you are looking to, you know, just beat the brakes off of them. But in terms of a home and road win, soccer doesn't necessarily draw like huge crowds, but you still can pick up on the vibes of like, it's good to go into an opponent's, you know, field and beat the hell out of them. Is there one that's more rewarding, home or road win against Parker?
I mean, an away win against Parker is always fun. You know, they definitely come out and support their team. And so I think, you know, getting them at home is a really good feeling, but also like playing them at our home. We actually have had some more fans this year. And so I think everyone really looks forward to the Parker game. And I'm looking forward to playing them at our home field.
All right. January 25th, you can go to Parker and watch them get the dub. February 10th, you can go to Bishops and watch. I will say that I will be at that February 10th game. I promise you I will be there to see that. If you are promising big explosive fireworks and rivalry games.
Yes.
A lot of great student athletes, like we were always saying, and we are just giving you a little bit of a heads up and a help on who to go check out. Erin is another one of those. Thank you so much for being on with us. Congratulations. Go Gauchos, go Knights. We wish you a best of luck the rest of this season, and we'll see you as the year goes on.
Thank you.